Yeah. And let me start by saying, don't use speed. That's pretty much all I can know. Okay.
We're full of good advice.
Don't use speed. I know the kids at the colleges these days, they're speeding it up like crazy. There's lots of speed going around. It's like the 80s all over again. No, just spray it directly into your kid's mouth. Surely they have that already. If not, let's invent it.
Well, this doesn't smell non-toxic. I'll tell you that right now. Everything just gets loose by the time you have 3 kids.
Right.
It's just like,
you don't need to feed the third one.
Make your own breakfast.
Yeah, he's like a cat.
Can you clean the house? Well, you don't have a curfew. You can date anybody you want.
He's only 3.
He just turned 3. Right. So we go on Netflix and we're looking around. I just said, search for nature, and then whatever comes up, we'll pick from that. Oh, here's one about bears. Everyone's like, Lincoln's like, yeah, and then Lily's like, no, no, no. And then here's one on a snowy owl. Everyone's like, no. And then I look at the description and it's like, made famous from the Harry Potter books and films, the snowy owl, blah, 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 blah. And all of a sudden Lily's like, yes.
Don't tell your kids how to shower. Just let them figure it out.
You can't, kids, don't try to wash under a rain head. You rinse under a rain head. You wash under A, no water, or B, just the nozzle.
One of the joys of growing up is figuring out how to wash yourself.
Also,
You know what I'm saying? Just let them figure it out. It's self-discovery.
I'm giving the kids
I discovered so many things about myself while washing. You know what I'm saying?
Well, first of all, I'm going to give the kind of answer that I give to my kids. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, the way I answered questions from my children is incorrectly, on purpose for my personal entertainment.
Yeah.
Yeah. But as they get older, they learn the system. So now Locke,
Not to trust you.
Locke just says, Dad, tell me the truth. Shepard still believes me. So, you know, what can you do? You got to be a dad. You guys, watch yourself on this. It's sharp. It could cut you. Okay? You want to put this up in your room?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I was not interested in a documentary, so I went to take a shower. I get out of the shower. Documentary should not be over, yet everyone has dispersed. And Chrissy's in the bedroom. I'm like, well, what happened with the
snowy owls? It was so interesting.
With the snowy owl
I just got to the runt part.
She's like, it took a turn.
Really?
The baby owl died. And then mom fed it to the other. Why is water wet?
Because if it was dry, you'd choke on it. Oh, God. Oh, I don't know. Lick that. Man, you gotta lick it. You gotta lick it.
I just watched what happened when you licked it.
Yeah, but you got to. You gotta know what it feels like. Something happened. Something potentially
Kids,
toxic.
if anyone comes up to you and says those words, just run. Don't do what I'm about to do.
You gotta lick it. You gotta know what it feels like. Oh, tastes like some old gum that somebody left on a gym floor.
Yeah, you know those like black circles? I would like pointing to one of those. I was like, kids, you know what that is?
I was with you.
You were there?
When you taught that lesson, we were in a parking garage. My kids were there too. You're like, all kids?
Yeah, that's right.
Gather around. You know what these black spots are? And Shepard was like,
Gum.
yeah. We've had that lesson in the McLaughlin family.
Yeah, I thought that would have been a cool lesson. Uncle Link teaching them about something.
I only learn inadvertently. You need a t-shirt that says, I never learned purpose on purpose.
And I'm proud of that.
Kids don't learn on purpose.
And then Christy goes, Lily is in her room
Crying.
bawling her eyes out. I go in Lily's room, literally like face red, eyes bawling, and I'm like, do you want to talk about it? I'm not equipped for this. I'm not the mom.
But you just showered. I mean,
I'm at least clean.
You smell good.
She's like, I'm just upset that the cameraman didn't help. I'm like, well, that's a good point.
Oh, interesting, breaking the fourth wall there.
And then I'm like, well, did you feel bad for the conies? I think they were called conies. Those little rat-like creatures. Conies were the rabbits, and then there were like little rat-like things that they were feeding to the owlets. I was like, did you feel sorry for them? Did you want the cameraman to save them? You felt sorry for the owlet because they were making the story about the owlet. If they made the story about the little mice, you'd have felt sorry for the mice. Therefore, good night. She's still crying. I didn't say therefore good night. That's just what I was thinking. But that didn't work.
Good. You shouldn't have said that.
I'm gonna snatch it right out of you.
Oh,
Don't cross me, boy.
I think you got it.
I threaten my kids with that all the time. I'm
gonna snatch your liver
right out of you.
You can't live without a liver.
Just eat it. Don't ask any questions. Just eat it. Just put it in your mouth. Don't smell it. Just put it right in your mouth. 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 Just put it in your mouth. Put it in your mouth.
What's the best way to travel with a baby? My husband and I live far from family and would like to take our baby home to meet them. What's your problem? They don't want to meet that baby. Just kidding. I mean, I've had 3 babies. I can slam on babies a little bit. I was a baby.
What is happening over here? Maybe we need to rethink unfiltered advice from Link's brain. Today we want you to Adderall. Adderall. Not Adderall. Don't do Adderall, kids. I've never really looked at my children's toys. I don't believe in that. I believe that's bad parenting. When you get down on their level and you play with them, I've never thought that. Whenever I see a dad doing that, I'm like, yo, what a loser.
Alex.
I'm so glad that my kids aren't babies anymore, man.
Oh,
That
me
stage,
too.
man, they eat crap like this. They can't talk.
Can't wipe themselves.
Yeah. That, yeah. Shepard, you want to eat like 2 or 3 at a time?
This is just wrong.
Okay, there you go. Enjoy that, son.
What are shadows made of?
Shadows are made out of all the bad things that you do and think about. and the more bad stuff you do, the bigger and stronger and darker the shadow gets. And if you do too many bad things while you're sleeping, the shadow will eat your actual body. So you should always do good things. You see how I made it disciplinary?
So somehow I ended up saying, you know, when Aunt Tessie showed you the little puppies, what they didn't tell you is that the mom is blind and she rolled over on one of the puppies and suffocated it, and it died too. And I'm like, immediately I was like, that wasn't good. So she cried a little bit more that.
Oh, God.
I was honestly trying to help. And then I was like,
What was your point?
my point was, don't stop watching documentaries. It's good for you to learn that these things happen in nature. It's cruel, but it's the way things work. You can't interfere as a cameraman because you're documenting it, and there's a balance, and things die all the time. I can't even do a much better job here of explaining it. And then I
And if you die, we're gonna feed you to your brother and sister. Good night, baby. Oh, don't bite! Don't bite! If you're gonna do it in slow motion.
let's go with how.
Well, fish have figured out something that applies to humans. And that is, if you drink enough water, you don't have to breathe. Try it. Try it, kids.
Yeah, tell your kid that. Hold your breath unless you're drinking water.
No, if you drink enough water, you don't have to breathe.
So just always hold your breath,
That's why you gotta stay hydrated.
but drink 8 glasses a day. And then I said, it's like our friend's dog
Oh, God!
that also just died. And at this point, I gotta give my daughter credit. At this point, she starts convulsing.
Well, yeah, I think I would have been convulsing.
But then after a second, I realized she was laughing. She was, and I was like, then I started laughing. I was like, what are you laughing at? She was like, Dad, you are such an idiot. Think about everything you've just told me. And she totally called me out on it. She's like, Dad, you've told me the worst stories that you could possibly tell me. This puppy dies, this dog dies. What are you thinking?
Wow, she's smarter than you are already.
And then I realized I'm a genius. I pulled her through it. She's laughing. She had sweet dreams last night. Everybody's good. I didn't take the motherly tack, but you know what? It was a long meandering path, but we achieved victory. Wow. And I'm a great father. Question mark. Strike through.
You want some more bacon beans? Yeah. 3 more? Put them in there. Just enjoy it. You like it? Moms won't solve problems about dead owl siblings eating one another with other stories of cute furry animals also dying. Here's to you, moms! And it actually is a really good movie. The new Jumanji.
It's a good movie.
I like the movie. It's a good family movie. I mean, when you have children that you try to watch movies with, your standards go way down.
Way down.